Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Indiana Fever fans, Caitlin Clark fans hurling slurs at players during games, making them feel unsafe. Turns out that lie of a narrative, it didn't stick so well. So they've shifted gears. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19, whether it was the old guard WNBA social club fans, the ones that never actually cared about basketball or watched basketball or know anything about basketball, to the sports media with the clowns at ESPN and the Cheryl Swoops of the world and so on and so forth, to the players themselves, like Alyssa Thomas, like Angel Reese, like Brittany Griner, all desperately trying so hard to make the allegations stick, and yet they could never find any evidence, despite thousands upon thousands of people in the stands and audio and video everywhere. They could not find a single piece of evidence about any slurs being hurled at them. And of course, when they say they heard it, they cannot give you an example of what was said because they are lying. Now, they have decided they are going to switch gears because, thankfully, to that POS named DeWanna Bonner, they have decided to try and make another narrative stick. And that narrative is sports fans booing has never happened before, and it is the same thing as hurling slurs. So we need to talk, which apparently calls itself the first ever all women sports show at CB. This is CBS Sports, folks. Okay, so let's make no mistake. This is not like little old me, independent little old me using YouTube. At CBS Sports, we need to talk, and they're going to talk about DeWanna Bonner. So let's take a quick listen to this. I have some things to say. I'm sure you will as well.
DeWanna Bonner returns to Indiana and is met by boos. Kahleah Copper called it distasteful. There was a lot of conversation around this. What are your thoughts when you see this vet, this like legend in the game, going out there and being booed?
I mean, I wouldn't do it. I get it. She left Indiana. I mean, but she also left Phoenix at one point, and now she's back. And I mean, Indiana getting a little hurt over this, a hurt heart space when she didn't contribute very much. She wasn't there for a very long time. And it just seemed like for both parties that it wasn't a good fit. I don't really know why we booing sis. You know what I'm saying? Indiana still doing all right in a playoff position. I think they figured out their rotations, which was huge and was not happening when Bonner was there. So I don't know. It couldn't be me. I think players, athletes know they might get booed. It just wouldn't have been something that I did. And I think it's also fair that Ka stood up for her current teammate.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, deep breath. Erica, you sound like, again, a low IQ clown. I don't mean to sound harsh or stupid, but we are talking about CBS Sports. This is actually televised on the CBS Sports Network. These are not the best and the brightest. These are not people who know basketball. The voice is like nails on a chalkboard. These are, again, narrative pushers, because there is no way you can know anything about sports and sit here with a straight face and tell me about this absolute nonsense. DeWanna Bonner, this isn't a player who played somewhere and then left. Okay. DeWanna Bonner went to Indiana, signed a max contract, got her feels hurt, lied to everyone, lied to the fans, treated the fans like crap, to the point where the league should be investigating this, because I think DeWanna Bonner needs to face a suspension. The Phoenix Mercury need to face a fine, and they need to, at the very least, lose draft picks, because this was absolutely collusion as a way to get DeWanna Bonner paid and then get her to Phoenix. There was nothing on the up and up about DeWanna Bonner signing with Indiana, and what she did deserved far more than boo. So what you are telling me, Erica, is that you don't know anything about sports. You are not qualified to be here. I'm sorry. Is there a reason you were hired other than your qualifications? Because you don't have the qualifications to talk about sports. And don't even get me started on the Kahleah Copper stuff. I covered that in another video. That was absolutely appalling display from her. But let's finish this up. We don't have much left.
Yeah, put some respect on DB's name, okay? She's
All right, that is one of the dumbest phrases I've ever heard. I'm so sick of hearing this. Shows put some respect on. So, what are you talking about? What respect? We don't owe anyone respect. Respect is earned, and DeWanna Bonner certainly never earned any respect from Indiana Fever fans. What she earned was far more than a light booing, which is what she got. Again, she should be suspended by the WNBA.
a veteran in this league. She has accomplished so many things, and she made a decision for herself that has panned out for her and for Indiana. So put some respect on her name. Don't boo her. I wouldn't be the one either. DeWanna Bonner.
Alicia, respectfully, shut up. Don't who the hell are you, you absolute clown, to be lecturing fans about how they should be acting toward players on opposing teams, especially in a situation with DeWanna Bonner. Again, she didn't earn any respect. There's no reason for anyone to put any respect on her name. She didn't do anything for the league because she certainly didn't help grow it. And for you to sit there like an absolute freaking clown, you are a moron. All respect to doorknobs, man. I get why they'd be offended when I say these people have the IQ of a doorknob. Not fair to doorknobs, but this is absolutely more absurd nonsense. So here's what I'm saying, though, because we've now talked about this a couple of times in a way. They've switched the narrative to booing DeWanna Bonner equals hurling slurs, a very specific kind of slur as well. They couldn't make that stick. So now they are going to lecture you, a sports fan, about doing very normal sports fan stuff. And I can tell you, real sports fan bases, I shouldn't say real because I don't mean to be disrespectful in this case to the Indiana Fever fans, but what I mean is your hardcore fandom that have been around a while, whether it's I've talked about over in say the English Premier League, or in European football in a place like Philly, New York, Boston, that kind of booing was kid gloves what you got in Indiana from what you would get in places like that if DeWanna Bonner dared pull that kind of nonsense. There is no way that she would have gotten away with just a couple of little boos from fans. And as you can see, people are not thrilled. Again, this is on CBS Sports, folks. This thing at this point has 26 likes, 197 comments. And my little first response, couple of clowns clearly not qualified to have this conversation, don't know anything about sports, embarrassing. That's a typo. You can all yell, you can all make fun of me for my typo. That's an S, not an A. Uh, that has 103 likes on 1,300 views versus 26 likes on 71,000 views. But here we go. She doesn't deserve respect. She didn't earn it from Fever fans. We don't care that she left. Most of us are glad she sucked. It's how she left. She earned those boos, period. By the way, I also like to point out she made the comment about it working out for Phoenix. Did it though? I made this comment when it came out that she wanted to leave. We finally got away from the whole personal reasons nonsense and got a little more of the truth. And she wanted to go to Phoenix. And I said, well, I don't think if I were Phoenix, I wouldn't want to sign her. Phoenix was on a roll. Phoenix was one of the best teams in the league. Why do you want to disrupt that? Just adding talent, if you want to call DeWanna Bonner talented, doesn't necessarily make a team better. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I believe they were 13-6 when Bonner got there, and now they are 4-5 with Bonner. So they had one of the best records in the league, and they have a losing record with DeWanna Bonner. By the way, same thing with Indiana. Losing record with DeWanna Bonner, winning record without her. So no, I would not say that the Phoenix Mercury made out, but this is what a lot of these comments are like, and I'm happy to see it. I think people are fed up with this nonsense. Bonner scammed the system, you clowns. The whole shady scheme should be investigated. Agree with that. She took the max deal in Indy to bide her time until she could join her hubby on the team she really wanted to be on. She deserved every boo she got. Alicia, please keep telling fans how to fan. Shout out Paul. I know he watches this channel. I love that most about you. I love that most about you in the W media. DB needs to put some respect on her name, on her own name. Yeah, good point. What she did was disrespectful. How many games was she gone before the announcement was actually made? Yeah, what DB did great point, was disrespectful to the game. Don't give me this stuff about put some respect on her name. She doesn't deserve any respect. She's a clown. We booed because she effed up our salary cap in a very shady move. Yeah, and that's another point. It's that as well. Again, she knew she was going to Phoenix before she signed with Indiana. You will never convince me otherwise. So she took a max deal. Forget even all of the other stuff with her being there and how she played and all. She took a max deal, which is money that could not be used elsewhere. And as a Fever fan, y'all know how difficult this season was because of the damn deals they got saddled with it previously with Katie Lou Samuelson, all that. We're always playing a player short. There just wasn't enough money because of the cap. But we could have had DB's 200 plus K. Hopefully, there will be a day when the media focuses on sports instead of feelings. This is just embarrassing. Here's the full story. Totally normal. WNBA is soft and unprepared for popularity. Kathy Engelbert is totally incapable of leading them forward. The end. Yeah, 100%, folks. That is about right. But again, just so you know, because we've seen this a couple times now, this is the narrative going forward. They couldn't get any evidence of Fever fans hurling these slurs they kept talking about over and over again. So now it's booing DeWanna Bonner is the same thing as hurling slurs, as if it's never been done in professional sports ever. Clown show, clown hosts, clown league. Did I cover the clowning? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your support. Smash the like button, subscribe. You know the deal. Go have a day you deserve. I will talk to you later.